Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und hallo zur Weiterbad, Let's Play Fake Ground Order. Ich bin es am Smurfix. Wir sind hier immer noch in unserem schönen Fate Requiem Event und sind hier jetzt beim nächsten Spiel, den Werwölfen. Das hört sich irgendwie schlimm an und lasst uns mal überraschen, ob es auch wirklich schlimm wird. Jean erklärt uns nämlich gerade die Regeln, nachdem wir hier erfahren haben, dass wir ein Spiel spielen, wo wir die Werwölfe ausfindig machen müssen und die Werwölfe uns ausfindig machen müssen. Und ja, am Ende bleibt eben eine Fraktion am Leben. Now without following the hanging rules you won't. So. Based on what you told us earlier, I'm assuming we all decide who will hang through the vote. Right you are. So, does it mean we all have to discuss who to vote on? Can we really arrive at a decision that way? We have to, whether we like it or not. It is only a way of eliminate risk. Because if we're just standing around twiddling our thumbs, the voters will have their pick of the villagers. So it's essentially a private quarters, only a half step removed from a lynch mob, really. Oh, let's not spoil our fun by overthinking. Let's just enjoy the game with all the thrills it has to offer. Good point, Marie. As you say, this game is one we all have the right to enjoy. I still don't think the hanging part though. Not after all the hangings I botched back when I was 16 or 17. Same! The game's already begun, right? Yes, it has. Then does it mean we have to hang someone? Not on the first day. For now, I suggest you all talk to one another to get as much information as you can. The more players identify you can figure out, the better the odds of survival will be. And as a quick reminder, on top of the village, your number include a sir, a knight, and 2 lovers. And don't forget there's also a fanatic and 2 werewolves among you. Ich hab keine Ahnung, wer was ist, Mann. 2 werewolves. I know who one of them is. It's me. Huh? Oh la la, this is quite a twist right out of the gate. Do you mean it, little mademoiselle? Yes, I do. I don't want to be a big bad wolf. There are enemy and children's stories everywhere. So please, hurry up and hang me so I can leave the game as soon as possible. What a noble child. I know, she almost seems divine. I guess it goes to show that even werewolves can be honorable. No, this cannot be the truth. I refuse to accept it. Ich glaube, sie ist der Lunatic. Glaube ich. Please, my little fairy tale angel, don't go. I just can't let an angel go. Hold on. How do you know Miss Nasruam here is even telling the truth? I would never tell a lie. I hate lies. Can I just ask you something? Of course, Maxie. Anything. Do you know who the other werewolf is? Of course. But I won't tell you who it is. It would spoil the game. Well said. I, for one, don't have any problems trusting your little mademoiselle. Why, thank you. Still, I can say there's one other player besides me who knows the second werewolf identity. Someone who would be very put out if your identity came to light. The lunatic. That's a riddle if I've ever heard on. Are you talking about the fanatic? I can tell you, that's a secret. Well, I'm not worried. I'm sure the person will find your actions as empowering as I have. Do you really think so? I do. Personally, I'm willing to follow you to the ends of the earth. Absolutely. You're both honorable and beautiful, and I too will follow you to the ends of the earth. Now sing, my angels. Sing for me! They're not very good listeners, are they? Sure. I'll be glad to sing for you. How about the man with the twisted lip? The man with the twisted lip cuts across the twisted path. He spends all his time twisted days, coming up with twisted ways. Oh my, that was wonderful. I just got chills down my spine. Talk going nowhere, huh? Yeah. I must say, genius as though I am, even I'm getting confused. In that case, why don't I take up the conductor's baton for a bit? The Queen of the Night aria. It seems like it would match the mood perfect. Oh, I know that one. Of course you do. My compositions are some of the greatest masterpieces humanity has ever produced. Oh, jetzt kommt's halt wieder. But never mind that now. Everyone, your attention please. I have a proposal. Forget it. I never consider any idea come from you. Ich hoffe, die beiden sind Lovers. Das wäre voll lustig. Well, speaking for myself, I love to hear your idea. As would I. It's not every day one gets to see the Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart conduct in person. Why, thank you, Gil. Marie and I have told you how much I love you. As for you, Antonio, perhaps we could just try and calm down. Maybe a few deep breaths will help? Don't call me by my first name. It makes me sick. And don't stop wasting my time. And stop. Don't stop. You're right. That's the great point, Antonio. As I'm sure you have all noticed by now, it's impossible to have a serious discussion with all of us here. We keep wasting time with chit-chat, regression, gossip, bragging and songs. Not to mention that some people I could name are terrible listeners. If you don't do something about this mess, the remaining werewolves will pick off all the visitors before we can even settle one single suspect. So we need a rule that will help us advance the game and use our time well rather than wasting it. Oh, what have you in mind? It's simple. We'll limit how much we speak to 10 minutes per day per player. Each player can also only ask one question per day, and that question counts as part of the speaking time. This alone ought to make a big difference. The logic is sound. That shut you up. Yes, you're not just automatically against anything Amadeus has to say after all. True, we do not need some rules to speech. Amadeus' proposal makes a lot of sense. But don't you think this is a little too strict? 10 Minuten ist sehr wenig. I have to agree. Restricting our ability to converse will only make it easier for the werewolf's identity to remain hidden. You think, if anything, it seems it will give them a few opportunities to pull the whole fire over our eyes. How could you say that, Maria? You make it sound like I'm some kind of con artist. Make it sound like... I know he is freaking misunderstood, but Amadeus never says anything that isn't helpful. It just sounds like he's always joking around because he loves to tease people. If you say so, my queen. What about you, Jean? What do you think? Don't ask me. My only role is the game as its fair and impartial ruler. Of course, please forgive. Don't back down. We're talking about the rules of this game. In the first place, to this world system, even our players make their own decision about them. That's up to all of you. So we can change the rule as long as we wanted to. Is that what you're saying? That's the last you'll hear from me on the subject. Alright, let's put it to a vote. We settle this democratically. All those in favor of Amadeus' proposal, line up on my right. All opposed to the left. Ich gehe links. Go! Ich bin links. Since we've a free group acting as a single player, we probably shouldn't try to vote separately. We go along with whatever you decide, Senpai. What's your vote? Opposed. Das ist eine ganz schlechte Idee. Nicht reden bedeutet, dass wir leichter ausfindig machen, dass wir probieren, den richtigen zu identifizieren. Opposed, huh? Got it. Aber wir werden trotzdem verlieren. Bin mir sicher. Corday, du bist voll immer gegen uns, Mann. Opposed. Nee, Corday ist auf unserer Seite. Okay, Glück gehabt. Okay, dann haben wir gewonnen. Eins, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ne, wir haben verloren. Looks like we're tied. 6-6. Na, unentschieden. Okay, Entschuldigung. Since Maxi 3-person group is a single player, there only one get to vote between them, right? Even so, we still have more people on our side. I'm afraid you don't, little mademoiselle. I'm siding with those in favor too. This is ridiculous. I refuse to go along with it. Is that your way of saying you wish to begin our remarks of the day? You can keep going if you want, just keep it to under 10 minutes. Accursed foes, I can't believe they all fell for Gottlieb's nonsense. Sehr schön. Okay. Und ich finde es nett, dass wir auf keiner dieser Karten sind. Antonio Salieri, Day 1 remarks. At first I thought Maxi should be banished from these premises given his heretic... That is acceptable circumstances. But now I see it is you who pose the greatest threat of proceeding, Mozart. Mark my words, so will you see hanged before you invite him greater sauce up our heads. Okay. Mozart? Yikes. How frightening. You really means business, don't you, Antonio? But try to remember, this is all just a game. Anyway, as a matter of fact, I still have something else I'd like to say. Remember the different rows Jean told us about. Specifically the seer. Well, it's me. I'm the seer. I swear being blessed with such a prodigious talent can be such a burden. Er ist ein Werwolf. That's not true. Du bist hier das Master Max. Alter, du bist so schlecht. Du bist so schlecht, Mann! Du bist so hart schlecht, Mann, Mesh, Mann. Ganz jetzt, Mann. Das macht keinen Spaß mit dir zu spielen. Nee, Mesh, geh in die Ecke. Aber Senpai, geh in die Ecke! Ganz ernsthaft, Mozart hat das nämlich wunderschön gemacht, um uns hier nämlich rauszulocken. I just gave away your identity, didn't I? I'm so sorry, Senpai. That's fine. This should make it easier for the other villagers. Oh, das war nur ein Akt von uns. Well, this is a surprise. I wasn't expecting everyone to take issue with it so soon. Why would lie about this? Does it mean you're on the other way? I know. I look so suspicious right now, right? And this unfinished outfit choice can't be helping. But come on, think about it. Why would I try so hard to stand out when I already look so suspicious? Ist der Lunatic, der Wahnsinnige. If I want to survive, the smart thing to do would not be draw attention to myself, right? Well, the reason I'm standing out is because I have an obligation to fulfill my seer duties. Especially if a certain little girl's werewolf reveal, throwing a wrench into their works right from the get-go. Are you talking about me? Oder sie ist der Wahnsinnige, keine Ahnung. But of course, my idealistic Märchen maiden, while I would love to take you to your innocent world, I still need to make your story checks out, since children are so prone to lying. So I told you all what I see in hopes of finding out the truth behind your confession. But now that we have another supposed seer trying to pin me as a liar, I don't know what I'm going to do. Why is he saying all this? Could there be some greater meaning behind his remarks? Alright then, Maxie, I have challenge for you. If you really are the seer, then you want my divining Miss Nessie Rhyme identity, right? I'll do the same, of course, and when we are done, we can compare the results. If one of our answers turns out not to match, then we know which one of us is lying. Nein! Es ist so eine mega Falle. Oh, you've got guts. This is going to be fun. I had one more thing, Mesh. Can I assume your last statement marks the end of your remark time? I guess it does. But don't worry. I'm willing to let you say one more thing if you want. I'm generous like that. Stop smirking. You're acting as though you made all the rules yourself. Seconds to say one more thing. I want then. Okay then. Understood. Nazram, Day 1 remarks. I'd never tell a lie. If you want to divine my identity, go right ahead. Although I'm curious as to how you actually conduct your divinations. If you're going to do them tonight, make sure you wake me up for them, okay? I just have too many feelings. I'm not even sure where to begin. Oh what, this might be the most fulfilled I've ever felt ever. Kein Beitrag wie und je. Ich will jetzt Napoleon nennen. That was a pretty good monologue. I haven't heard such moving poetic sentiment in some time. Putting the game aside for a moment, allow me to offer my professional opinion on a different matter. This mansion lightning is atrocious. It needs to be outfitted with proper ring, by which I of course mean direct current. Just say the word and I'll have the place right up in no time flat, and it'll be very affordable. The rest of his 10 minutes were spent explaining technical minutes. At the risk of repeating myself yet again, I cannot endure hanging. It's not too late to reconsider. I wonder if there's a place on this mentioned property where I could put together a guillotine. Of course, it would only be a non-functional replica, but regardless, I need to do what I can to uphold my duties as an executioner. Everyone deserves a peaceful death, regardless of what sort of person they are. Don't worry, Marie. I won't let the werewolves sink their filthy fangs into you. Marie Antoinette. Am I having everyone hanging on what I say? This is a little nerve-wracking. Especially given the earlier misunderstanding I caused. Then again, I guess I don't have to worry about that, since it is a private session today. I hope you all forgive me if I mess up somehow. Alright, I need to talk about the werewolves, don't I? I'm sorry, I still hasn't sunk in yet. I can't tell if I'm feeling frightened or thrilled. I still feel like this is all fun and games right now, but I guess I might feel differently tomorrow. Since somebody here will be gone by then. Oh, I love you all so much. Oh, dem hier wird auch noch interessant. As a knight who has sworn fealty to the French royal family, I will do whatever the queen wishes. That is all. I mean it. I have nothing more to say. Stop laughing, Amadeus. Though Her Majesty and I may come of different time periods, as a soldier of Frost, I am certainly willing to pay her the respect she deserves. And of course, the main of Felinas have ordered me to enjoy this game. So enjoy it I must, come hell or high water, and while I am making my best effort to do just that. If I'm being honest, I must also say that I still find this very confusing. If one of these werewolves is here, attack me now, I would cut it down on the spot. That would be the end of... Alright, we need to hang them, don't we? Truth be told, I'm relieved we are using the gallows. I'm not sure I would control myself if we were burn them at the stake. Alright, this is only a game, isn't it? A bit fancy for fun. Napoleon! E-Mail, Alter, wird sehr gut. I'll give you one piece of advice. The fact that we've got two people claiming to be seers means that one of them gotta be fake, which means they're probably a werewolf. And so if we just hang them both, we're definitely reducing the werewolf number. Dankeschön, nett wie immer! Yes, that also means we'll be sacrificing an innocent villager, but in the big picture reducing the total number of casualties and improving our odds of victory. Oh la la, kommt noch zum Abschluss. I don't do cowardly, and I'm not about to kill any innocent people either. Sure, I know this is all just a game, but even so, I don't want to rely on underhanded tactics. I'm either gonna win boldly or I'm gonna lose gracefully. That is all there is to it. Maxi, der Remark. Ja, danke schön, Mesh, dass du für mich. I'm sorry, I really used our speaking time earlier, Senpai. But if you still like to say something, it looks like we have time for at least one more statement. Also, ja, exhausted. I just want to hurry up and turn the day. Mozart ist der Wahnsinnige. Ganz sicher, er ist der uns stürzen will. Of course. I'm sorry I didn't realize. Divination tonight. Huh. Looks like we might be pulling an all-nighter. Alright, it's time for our first day to come to an end. Seltsames Spiel. Ich habe Angst, liebe Leute. Oh, the sun is set instantly. Is that because this is a game? Indeed it is. Oh, that's helpful. Okay, players, now I want you all to go to your personal rooms and wait there until morning. Don't worry, this is a game time, so it won't take long. For those of you with special roles, I'll be stopping by to visit you individually. Heißt es nicht, man muss einfach nur schauen, wo Jean hingeht? And now we're in the room, just like that. I guess it also because we're in the game world right now. What a strange feeling. Speaking of our room, it looks like we'll be sharing it. Well, I just realized, since there's only one bed there, what are we going to do about sleeping arrangement? Ach du, misch dich in ein Bett und keine Ahnung, wo weiter. Das ist doch klar, oder? I'm not sleepy. I don't think we have much time to sleep anyway. Right, good point. Since you're the Shen, how did you? I'm in game shortcut, don't worry about it. Leute, eigentlich hätte ich gerne hier Summerjan gehabt, Mann. Dann wäre hier noch, dann wäre das noch alles ein bisschen lustiger, weil sie dann so die Regeln komplett ernst nehmen würde und sagen so, alles für das Spiel! I see, Okay, see, Maxi, it's time for you to take your turn. Who's the dente will you divine? Nee, Mozart. Very well then, come with me. We'll take in-game shortcut to go see her. This can be off. Wouldn't it be simpler to just use the door? Maybe, but even the act of audibly leaving and entering a room can betray crucial information to other players, which will put you to a significant disadvantage. Oh, I see. After everything that happened during the day, would it really matter if... Okay, here we go. Well, should there be enemies waiting for us along the way, so watch out for that. It just me or a lot of plot aspects to this game that makes no sense whatsoever. That's just the way it is designed. Get used to it. Es ist aber so alles gesagt. Leb oder stirb, du Penner. Das gefällt mir, liebe Leute. Ist halt unsere gute alte Unesan. Ich bin der festen Überzeugung, dass irgendwas mit Mozart falsch ist. Mozart macht irgendwas Krummes und ich werde herausfinden, was es ist. So, liebe Leute. Okay, Geister. Kommt her, liebe Leute. Ihr werdet jetzt richtig weggekurrt, Mann. Bringt ja Overcharge was? Na, es macht ein Defense da. So, ich habe jetzt übrigens meine ganzen Ressourcen aufgegeben, damit ich hier Anastasias MP upgraden kann. War mir nämlich ihre MP-Batterie auf maximal Level zu bringen. Das Batterie habe ich auch auf 9 gelevelt, einfach weil, ja. Ich habe sie auch so auf 80 gelevelt, weil sie ja hier nicht Double XP hatte, aber die doppelte Chance hatte. Und es hat einmal getriggert, zwischen Level 60 und 80 natürlich. Und jetzt habe ich meine ganzen Casterkarten dafür gebracht, aber egal. Ich bin übrigens so mega happy über Anastasia. Ist halt genau wie bei Tesla. 50% Charger sind halt einfach so mega. Und ich sage, es ist aktuell mein ultimatives Assassin Farming Team. Halt in der Mitte noch mit Nido. Das ist so ein cooles Team. So, habe ich jetzt gewonnen? Bin jetzt tot? Ich glaube, das war gar nicht mal so schlecht. So. Aber das würde ich echt nett machen. Einfach nur Tür rein, Tür raus und da kommt sowas raus. So, ja, machen wir hier gleich noch den zweiten Part. Wäre natürlich auch interessant. Schauen wir mal ganz kurz. Genau, das war das, was ich nämlich haben wollte. Einen Voyager. So, warte mal. So, pack mal Voyager rein. Und das langt dann eh schon. Denke jetzt mal. Damit wir auch mal seine EP sehen, weil das ist eigentlich ganz cool, Mann. Also ich finde Voyager ist vielleicht nicht der beste Server von allen. Aber definitiv ein paar nette Skills und besonders heißt ein MP-Effekt, dass man, dass die ganze Party, also wenn es Pseudo-Servants sind, 20% erhalten, das ist schon cool. Und sein extra Damage gegen Sky-Enemies. Where are we? That's Ram's room, but we are only observing it from the shortcut area. She's certainly sleeping soundly, isn't she? Alright, Sir Maxie, go ahead. See Nurse Ram's true identity for yourself. Sie ist, kein Werwolf. Sie ist, Lunatic. Doch, sie ist ein Werwolf. Okay, ich nehme alles zurück. Dann ist aber Mutter der Lunatic. You're the senpai. Then this means Nurse Ram was telling the truth. Ja, aber was bringt uns das? So is she going to attack someone now? Huh? The werewolves take the turn last after all the other rolls. Are you going to help them? I have to if you're going to take the turn. You're going to take them to kill somebody. That's the name of the game. Weird. Okay then, that ends your turn for tonight. Let's get you back to the room. There will be our enemies on the way back too, but once you're done with them, there won't be long until morning. Also, dann ist Mozart auf jeden Fall der Wahnsinnige, weil der versucht hier nämlich Chaos reinzubringen. Und der wird es morgen nämlich sagen, Nursery ist in Wahrheit nicht der Werwolf. Wird sie mit Sicherheit sagen. Und dann heißt es unsere Stimme gegen seine Stimme. Und dann heißt es, wem man eher vertrauen kann. Ich weiß, Chaldea, die wird auf unserer Seite sein. So, wir werden jetzt erstmal Big Damage mit ihm machen. Wie gesagt, ich finde definitiv das Highlight an seinem Kit ist meines Erachtens dieser OP-Overcharge-Effekt. Hat aber auch so ein paar coole Effekte und wie gesagt, alleine 50% MP-Batterie ist halt schon mal mega. Und dann schauen wir mal, wie das MP unseres kleinen Charakters ist. Schön! Und natürlich hier dicke MP-Damage, klar. Ja, der hat wahrscheinlich 100 Attack-Up oder sowas. So, und Bot-Level für Nursery Award will mal mehr, liebe Leute. Find's traurig, dass der Prezi King nicht so ein hohes Bond-Level hat wie sie. Muss ein Prezi King öfter spielen, liebe Leute. All hail to the Prezi King. So, dann sacke mir noch einen Quarz ein. Und ich würde sagen, an dieser Stelle machen wir nun hier einen kleinen Cut. Beim nächsten Mal geht's dann ja weiter mit. Wow, wir müssen gegen Chaldea kämpfen. Das wird nett werden. Dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen.